Yo, 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 yo. What it do? You know, in my former years of playing, I mean that naturally we all get frustrated. Naturally, we wish different things for the game, we wish different things for our characters, right? You know, sometimes we go through it, we feel as though that extra bit of utility, my character could have had would have brought me the victory. But there's a couple questions that you know tough questions that you need to ask yourself. At least when you meet the loss, and I'm guilty of this too. So I'm not sacrosanct. I don't think that I'm above criticism or anything like that. But one thing I will say is when you play the match, there are a whole set of variables that you will come across. Certain interactions, you look at the character, you look at how the character actually plays, and that type of stuff. As you play the game, you would be exposed to the different you'll be exposed to different opponents, all bringing different varieties of character style. So, Paladin may play a Royal style that may be different to Ending Walker. Dagon may play a different style of Royal compared to Paladin. So, the aim is to get as much play as possible and not necessarily worry about the MR points. The MR points, bro, you would never win every single game. Not every single matchup will go in your favor. It literally like does not matter, the MR points, right? You may get Wi-Fi warriors, you may get lag warriors, all these different things. But one thing to be mindful of is just the to just play through all of the variables in your mind, especially when you're losing and stuff. Like naturally, what did I do wrong? How did my opponent outplay me? Where did I miss, the conversions that presented themselves? Was I really ready for the matchup? Do I really know the frame data for the character? Do I really understand certain situational awareness? Stuff that presents itself. Do I really understand these things, right? And if you could, at the end of the day, just have, within yourself, a full understanding of what's going on, then, it shouldn't really, when you lose, you shouldn't necessarily feel too overwhelmed. Of course, there are going to be some things going on in the game. Of course, there's going to be some sort of gimmickry, something that you just did not agree with. But, maybe when we play these games, there is a whole set of microtransactions, micro interactions that happen between both opponents. And ultimately, this is where, the outcome is decided as to who would have really done the best micro interactions with each other. Did you stay outside of the normal range? When the opponent pressed, were you able to whiff punish? Did you take advantage of the corner carry? Did you empty jump? So to make the opponent feel you can jump and press a button and get a throw? Did you draw your forward throw loops? All these are different things, right? And when you recognize that, we start doing these little judging criteria, and we recognize like, hey, I see where I could have been better in this particular situation. So then it becomes easier to let go of the loss, right? When we rage and we get one curse and fight and all this dumb shit over a game that we have no control of, the build, the frame data, the tools, nothing. At the end of the day, bro, it's just really just harder at the end of the day on yourself. So when you're raging at, if you know that you didn't cover all the variables to achieve the win, why would you rage? So sometimes we gotta do some introspection and really and do some self-analysis. Hey, was I really prepared? And if not, let's accept we lost.